So today we're going to talk about operating a successful virtual assistant business. And by the end of this training, I'm hoping you'll have a lot more clarity on what it takes to be your very own boss of your business, of your virtual assistant business. If you don't know who I am, well, hello, I'm Tawnya Sutherland, and I've taught thousands of people worldwide to start their own VA businesses. Probably nobody's been doing this longer than me. I've been there. I've done six figures myself as a VA. And today I'm here to share what you can expect in a career as a virtual assistant and give you answers to some of those questions you may have about becoming a VA. Now, we've only got an hour together, and I'm going to give you as much as I can in the next hour. And hopefully that saves us some time for Q&A at the end. Does that sound good? Are you guys all ready for that? Okay, let's dive in. A little bit about me. It was 1997, long time ago, isn't it? It was like just a few days before my birthday, and I was putting on a happy face for my kids. If you are a mother, you know what I mean by a happy face. I'd just been laid off as my job as a VP of computer service company. My rent was due. There was no money in my bank account. Like I was going through at the time a tough divorce, which had made me a single mom. I had three kids, and my family support, my parents and stuff, they all lived like 3,500 miles away. So I was feeling pretty sorry for myself. I had to visit the food bank that week, and my car got in an accident on the way home. I got T-boned and I couldn't afford another one. It was like the craziest week ever. And it was almost dinner. Dinner was probably burning in the oven because I'm not that great of a cook. The kids were hangry and fighting and screaming, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And I literally sat down at the kitchen table and started bawling. I didn't like feeling poor. I didn't want to rely on the food bank. I wanted to provide my kids with like cool presents and stuff like that. And my pity party was interrupted by my kids saying to me, my youngest, "Don't cry, Mom," right? It scares me. I don't like seeing you sad and stuff. And I looked into his eyes, and I made that decision right there and then to take steps to change my situation. My love for my kids right here was the fuel I needed to move forward. So after I put the kids to bed, I started searching for work I could do to avoid the high costs of childcare, which was crazy pricing back then, even. I know it's probably 10 times worse now. But while surfing online, this is a picture of me and the kids above my old computer. I came across the website for a virtual assistant who was providing administrative assistance to clients virtually. And I'd never heard of that phrase before, but I knew this was something I could do because I was a legal secretary. So that set me off on a mission to start my own VA business. And it wasn't easy at the time. Like there was no Facebook. Google had not even been invented yet. I came across a couple of Yahoo bulletin boards. I'm not even going to explain what they are. If you're a millennial or anybody newer here, you're probably not even going to know what I'm talking about. But they were kind of like Facebook back in the day. But they had a wealth of information, and that was where I could find some answers about virtual assistants and where I could learn more to start my own VA business, medium-aged business solutions. And I could use my administrative skills to earn a living from home. And soon I was making enough money to replace my current salary that I had got laid off from and my ex-husband's salary. I was there at home with the kids when they were sick. I was able to go to their activities. And guess what? I grew that home-based business into six figures. And in 2003, I thought I got to tell other people about this. And I started my own online community, which has been around for many, many years, over 2 decades, to connect virtual assistants worldwide with each other and learn from each other. And I've loved sharing my secrets there, answering questions and stuff. I'll tell you a little bit about the network at the end if you want to hear about it. But Since then, I've enrolled thousands of people into my programs to learn more about virtual assistants. And yes, even my daughter works for me, so there's a legacy there. She's all grown up and has her own business. But nowadays, I can spend my time traveling. I love motorcycles, doing stuff like that because I have this VA business working virtually from home. So I want to show you how to do this too, because it's an amazing job and one you're going to love. It's not even a job, it's a career. So I'm going to show you my roadmap and let's dive in about what you're going to learn. I'll tell you who becomes a successful VA. Why do clients need virtual assistants? What services can a VA offer? When do VAs get paid and how? And where do VAs find clients? And I encourage you to stay to the end. I do have a cool little free resource for you. So let's get started in the meat of this webinar. Who is a virtual assistant? Well, a virtual assistant is a business owner who remotely, working from home, usually, sometimes they have remote offices and different things. They might not want to be in their home, but they provide administrative, technical, or creative support services. And I'll talk about those in a minute here. But being a business owner means you are the boss and owner of this business, and you're responsible for paying your own taxes on every dollar you make. So you got to keep up with that stuff. So let me dive into more detail regarding administrative, technical, or creative skills, and then we'll get into some pay structures and things like that for you. So who becomes a virtual assistant? Virtual assistants, first of all, is like an umbrella name for any service provider, right? So anyone with admin skills can be virtual assistants, secretaries, office managers, personal or executive assistants, project managers, paralegals. Anyone like that can be a virtual assistant. Or maybe you've got creative or technical skills. Maybe you're a marketer. Maybe you're a graphic designer, a web developer. You're a social media manager. Okay, maybe you love Canva and that's your thing. You're an expert in Canva. And then there's other more high in demand skills like AI prompt engineers or automation experts or digital marketing specialists, content creators, data analysts. There's all types of high in demand skills as well that you may have. Basically, anyone with a passion to make money online can become a virtual assistant, whether you're an entrepreneur, a coach, a writer, or a parent just simply looking for flexibility. The VA world is open to you, okay? So who becomes a VA? Well, what I love about being a VA is that you can work the way you want, whenever, okay? You choose the hours you work. So if you're not a morning person like me, you don't have to get up early anymore. I usually don't go into the office until noon nowadays, and I work till the husband gets home around 6 o'clock. So my days aren't that long, and I can work whenever I want. You can also work wherever you want. I can work here. I can work out on my lazy boy chair, which is usually where I am. I can even work at another area as long as I have a internet connection. For example, when my parents were in the hospice stage in their life, I went and lived with them for a while, and I easily worked with my laptop and internet from their home. You can also work with whoever you want. I love marketing, so I enjoy working with digital marketing companies. If you love animals, you might want to work for veterinarians. Point being, you choose who you want to work for. Why? Because guess what? You are the boss. And that means you can do whatever works for you in your business. Okay, this is your business. I want you to know that working remotely is the new future. You just have to look at the empty streets in downtown Chicago or Dallas to know more and more that people are starting to work from home. There is no shortage of work. there was over 1.65 billion freelancers out there, okay? There's no shortage of work. There was 1.5 trillion in annual earnings from freelancing. And I've got a few stats here. It's really non-competitive because each VA business is unique. And if you're a VA already, throw into the chat area here what your skills are. What do you do? Because I've never seen one VA yet be identical to another. So we aren't competitors in this industry. We're actually friends. One may offer bookkeeping and another may offer marketing services. I see events, I see paralegal in there. I've not seen in 20 years any VA business that's identical. And like I said, we are actually friends and supporters of each other in the VA industry, which is really cool because you have other like-minded people to socialize with. It's not like the plumbing business where plumbers are competitive. They're all trying to get to that job site. So it's non-competitive. We've got the freedom and stability and flexibility, which is really attractive. Like I said, you can work when you want, where you want, and with whomever you want. As far as stability goes, VAs typically have 4 to 6 clients versus if you were an employee, you would only have one boss. And that means a VA is more secure in that we can lose one of our clients as we still have others, where if you lose your job as an employee, yeah, you're out on the street looking for another one. Okay, you're on unemployment. And as a VA, you have the opportunity to do work that you are actually passionate about or find meaningful. So if you love hanging out on Facebook, you could look after your clients' Facebook pages, moderate their groups, and maybe do their Facebook ads. There's all different ways you could scale. Now, there was a recent study put up by Upwork, and some of these answers might resonate with you, was please describe the personal circumstances you face. Why are you unable to work for a traditional employer on an ongoing basis, and how freelancing gives you the flexibility? So there's lots of different reasons that people want to work from home. A lot of it boils down to high price in getting babysitting for your kids. Other people are sick. I remember when I was sick for a full year, I could not have went to work, but I still ran my business. So it was fine. I could do that from home. Other people are looking after aging parents and things like that. Whatever your reason, there are lots of reasons. There's lots of flexibility in this industry. Okay, so I just want to encourage you guys that are thinking about it right now to come check us out, because there's a lot of flexibility and stability and freedom working as a VA. All right, why do clients need a virtual assistant? Well, clients love virtual assistants. And this is important to know these reasons, because this is your sales pitch to selling your services, right? It's cost effective and scalable. With a virtual assistant by your side, entrepreneurs can save money since they don't have to pay for office space for a secretary to be in their house or their office. They don't have to pay for computer equipment, office supplies, software updates, UI insurance, overtime pay, workers' comp, health and dental benefits. They don't have to pay all that stuff because the VA is their own business owner and they've got that covered. They can get access to specialized skills. VAs, you've seen in our chat area, there's some people specialized in SEO or digital marketing or personal branding and copywriting. They can get these special skills from these people, and they don't have to hire them full time for it. If they only need them for 20 hours for the month or whatever it might be, they can just hire them for that length of time. And it increases productivity because it reduces the stress for the business entrepreneur. So now they don't have to do everything and anything, right? They've got that extra helping hand. And that in turn, guess what? frees up their time, and that gives them more time to focus on what they love doing in their business, whatever that might be. So these benefits are crucial to you knowing so that you can sell your services to your next prospective client. All right, so remember these things. Okay, what types of services can a VA offer? First of all, there's generalized services, and they're usually around $30 to $50 an hour. These are services most administrative folks in the corporate world do every day for their boss. Things like email management, calendar scheduling, proofreading, event coordination, content research, booking appointments. These are all things they do every day for their boss. So these are what I call generalized services. Then there is something I call high-end services. They're specialized services. And this is where you can get into the six-figure income, because these services, they require a little bit more training on a specific skill set. And you could be a web developer, you might be a bookkeeper, Facebook ads, lead generation. You might be right into AI-powered automation solutions. You might be a social media manager, a graphic designer. You might offer real estate services. You're a real estate VA. There's all different kinds of higher end services, and they usually required you to have some extra training. You had to go to school possibly, or to a training course and different things to learn this, or just over the years you've learned it. I know there's someone in the audience that does SEO. I did that, and it's over the years. It takes time to learn that stuff. Okay, so we've got generalized services and high-end services, because we're going to go into when do VAs get paid and how. And I need you to know the difference between those two as well. But there's a couple of different pricing methods. The first one is your hourly rate. Now that could be anywhere from $30 to $50. Let's just say your generalized rate now, okay? But before you put together any of your pricing, you need to know your hourly rate. And that's going to be different for everyone depending where you live. Like if you live in the Philippines, your hourly rate is going to be different, because you don't have to pay $1,500 a month for a one-bedroom apartment. It all depends where you live, your overhead, and also what your money goals are. So to figure out your hourly rate, here is a simple equation for you. I want you to figure out your salary goal. What do you want to make? Do you want to make 50,000, 100,000? What is it you want to make? Then you need to add in your operating costs. And do you know what I mean by your operating costs? Because we all have them. It could be your new computer you just bought. It could be subscriptions that you have every month. Maybe you use ChatGPT and you've got a $20 subscription there for it. Maybe you've got accounting software that you have. All that kind of stuff is your overhead, your operating costs. And you want to take those and divide it by your billable hours per year. And that's going to give you your hourly rate. And your billable hours per year is going to be different for everyone. Some people might be working 52 weeks a year. Others might be working 40 weeks a year. And then during those weeks, some might be working 20 hours a week. Others might work 60. Who knows? It's totally different for everybody, but you got to figure this out. And I just put one here so that you could kind of see. This is 50,000 is the salary goal of this person. Plus they have 8,000 in operating costs, and they're only going to work 48 weeks of the year and 30 hours a week. So their hourly rate is $40 an hour. And you really need to figure this out on your own. If you don't have a pricing sheet yet, I do have a pricing sheet that you can download, and you can go grab the pricing sheet from me and it fills it all out for you. It's done in an Excel spreadsheet and does all the numbers for you, but go grab it if you haven't got it yet. So now you know what your hourly rate is. Beth, okay, one question here. Is that American dollars? It's whatever dollars you work in. Okay, Beth? It was just an example of how to do it. Okay, these are just numbers, Beth. So it could be Canadian, it could be pesos, I don't know, it could be anything. I'm just showing you an example how you do it. You would do it in your own dollars. Okay, got it. Okay, but I am showing this basically in USD, okay, for my numbers here. Usually people are making $30 to $50 an hour US. Okay, so you've got your hourly rate because everything is going to be based off of that hourly rate that you have. Let's go into retainer plans because I want to talk about them first. Retainer pricing is based off your hourly pricing. Most people that have monthly retainers, they also provide a discount to entice people to sign up for more hours that month. So let me show you, I think I've got a screen here. Yes, right here. These are my monthly retainers. Now, I charge $90 an hour, but my real hourly rate is $67.50. I need that bare minimum, $67, to create all these packages. So this one works out to be $67 an hour. But if they get this one, you can do the math. 1845 divided by 25, the hourly rate goes up a little bit to $73. And here it goes up to $81. Or if they get me every hour upon the hour and just pay for 1 hour or 2 hours, they're going to have to pay top dollar $90 an hour. What you can see here is that I'm trying to push them towards the 40-hour retainer because that's what I want them to get, right? You can still make a deal on these. If someone wants a 25-hour retainer, you can give them a cheaper rate, but don't ever go lower than your hourly rate. And what's mine? Mine was $67.50. So I can never go lower than that or I start losing money. Okay, so that's why your hourly rate is so important to know. Set up your retainers. These are monthly retainers. So I love them because of the ease of them. Every month the payment comes in. It's consistent, right? Because it's reoccurring. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry. It's reoccurring every single month. And I love that. And until they cancel, I don't have to chase them for checks. I don't have to chase them for money, anything. I'm getting my money up front. And if they don't pay this up front or they cancel it for whatever reason, I'm not working for them. Okay. Now I go find another person to fill this retainer. But I do love retainers. I don't drag my money. Like if they don't use up the whole 10-hour retainer, I don't add on 2 months the next month. Everybody's different. You can do what you want, but I don't, snooze, you lose. But I do love the monthly retainers, and it's a great way to do stuff for clients that have a whole bunch of different things going on, right? Everything's not consistent. Let me go to package plans and talk about them a little bit, because if you have clients that have consistent things or one-off projects, like maybe a web design or something like that, you can move into package plans. And that would be something like, say you're a social media expert. You could do image marketing, but you got to know exactly what you're going to give them. Like this one's going to have setup of social network, like Pinterest or Instagram will get set up for them. We'll include 20 images as well, plus a strategy for their future growth. And this is a one-off package, which is really cool. Clients love these because they know what they're getting for their $795, right? Or whatever you price it at. Packages take a while to learn how to do because, you don't know how long it's going to take to do these things. So start keeping track of how long it takes you to create images or whatever it is you're going to put into a package. And eventually over time, you can start putting packages together. A lot of times what I do is I put them on a retainer plan first for a month till I can figure out what their needs are. And then I create a package just for them and tell them this is how much their package is going to be. And the cool thing about package plans is you'll get faster and faster at doing them, right? So your time kind of goes down and you make a bit more money with packages because you get faster at what you do, and you can price packages at whatever price you want. Just make sure that you've maybe done the package once before so you know that your time is accurate in it. It's the same as doing a website or a one-off project. Package plans are like that. I find as a service-based business owner that's just general administrative, that monthly retainer plans are usually the best route. If you're got specialty things like you're a social media expert, you're a graphic designer, you're a bookkeeper, then look into package plans because you'll get faster at those and they won't take up as much time and you're making more money for the hour. Okay, let me give you an example here of getting paid. Also, I didn't mention this earlier, but get paid up front for everything. Really, really important. Okay, let's talk about the different pricing structures here of how you can get to that six figure, how you can make more money with specialized high-end services. Okay, here's an example. You're working a 30-hour work week. You're working $50 an hour as a general admin. That's $1,500 a week or $78,000 a year. If you had a specialty, like you were a SEO person or you were an AI person trained in all that area, or maybe you're a specialist in bookkeeping or whatever it might be, see, you can charge more money and make more per year. So I always encourage everybody to go to the high end. Start out here. This is just a generalist starting out, but I want you to see how you can progress and how far you can get along. And if you get really smart and figure out your packages and maybe sell 8 packages at $2,000 a month, look at, you're way up there now. Okay. So there's lots of money to be made in this industry. And there's a lot of strategy behind pricing. And like I said, join our communities and stuff. We're always talking about pricing and helping you out with stuff like that. But yeah, your pricing's important. Oh, this is another way to make more money as well. If you really want to make a ton of money, become an agency. And that's where you hire on a whole bunch of people, subcontractors underneath of you. Because think about it. That's your biggest issue with hourly monthly retainers. You run out of hours. But hey, if you're not having to do the work yourself and you've got other people working underneath of you, guess what? You can have as many hours come in, as many clients as come in, and that's where the big bucks are. I know agencies that are making 7 figures, not 6, 7. Big agencies because they have all these people underneath them working. So there's so much growth that you can do, but you got to start somewhere. And maybe that might be just opening up your own VA business to get started. And then you can grow from there. When do VAs get paid and how? First of all, always get paid up front. It's really important that they pay you up front. You don't know who you're working for. And if they don't want to do this, then I don't work for them. It's just, there's no other way. And I've always had my clients pay me up front. So there are people out there that will. If someone doesn't want to, red flag, that's telling me something's going on here. Why don't they want to pay me up front? I'm willing to put them on contract and everything else to get them set up. And there's no reason they can't pay up front. Most people pay through their website, through a mobile payment, using PayPal, Stripe, Wise, things like that. Still, some people do email wire transfers, and some people still do checks, but don't work until a check clears. Cash, there's apps on your phone. I don't have my phone handy here, but there's apps where you can swipe it if you're at an event or if you meet them for lunch or whatever, and you can charge their card right on the spot. So cash is always a good way, but always get paid up front. And if you don't, you'll be chasing people and you might not get your money. I learned the hard way, so I don't want you to learn that way. So I wonder if you guys know the number one question I'm asked as a virtual assistant trainer. What do you think that is? It's how do I find clients? So I'll talk about that for a minute here with you. And here's a spreadsheet that you can download for free at vanetworking.com/touchpoints. You can grab a spreadsheet that will help you find clients, follow up with them, and all that good stuff. But the first place to look is your hot market. That's going to be family, friends, past employers, sports organizations, clubs, your church, word of mouth people. Grab your phone right now, and I wish I had mine because usually I have it here, but grab your phone right now, go to your contacts and look at your contacts and start scrolling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me how many scrolls you have, because each of those scrolls is probably about 10 hot people in your market or more. I don't know how many it would be, but we probably have at least 200 people on our phone. And if they've given you your phone number, they're your hot market, folks. So they're the first people you would check out. Then you've got in-person events that you can attend, like local networking groups, conferences, shows, markets, co-working spaces, business pop-ins, all kinds of different places where you can meet people in person. And that is one of the next best places to find new clients, because when people meet you in person, there's a quicker trust value there. And trust equals buy. I say it all the time. Go to in-person events if you're not too much of an introvert, because that's the second best place to find new clients. And then we've got virtually for you introverts. There's all kinds of job boards out there. We've got a great one at getclientsclub.com. Do check us out. There's Facebook groups, there's LinkedIn groups, there's all kinds of different strategies to find clients, like by tracking down your mentor idol. I remember I went after Gene Simmons because I wanted to be his SEO person years ago. It was harder then to find people because there was no Facebook, there was no Twitter, there was all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I never could track him down, but I had a mission that I was going to because I wanted to work for him. So who are your mentors? Who are your idols? Go after them, start working for them. There's some VAs that focus on job boards. That's their only marketing tactic. And they belong to the job boards, and every day they come in and they focus their marketing on these people that are putting up jobs on the job boards. Lots of different ways that you can find clients. These are some of the places, basically. And grab that touch points. It'll help you with your follow-up as you're finding clients and stuff. So what are your next steps? Well, basically your next steps are to learn how to market your business. And I'm a certified internet marketing business specialist. That's what I've been doing for the past 20 years. There's a million different strategies out there on how you should market your business. My little secret magic formula for you is find one that you will do. Don't be overwhelmed by, I got to be on social media, I got to be here, I got to be at in-person events, I got to be at trade shows, I got to go to this conference. Just find one thing that works for you and do it. And if you want to learn how to market your business, stick around. I'll show you a way to learn that as well. Okay, the top concerns or mistakes that most VAs have in the beginning is they don't have a roadmap. They don't understand the virtual assistant business, working remotely, and how it all comes together. Like they don't know how to set up their business. They aren't sure of how to figure out their niche, the whole spiral of things that they need to know. They don't have a roadmap. They have no clarity. They have skills, but they aren't quite sure, should I offer that skill? Or how do I do this? How do I set up my packaging? Different things like that. They don't have clarity. They don't have support, like a support system, like they don't have me on their side helping them, or a support team of other like-minded individuals helping them. They have no marketing skills. They don't know where to start in the marketing department. I want you to think about 12 months from now, 3 months from now, whatever. If you did take action today, you could be a well-versed in the VA industry. You'd know everything about it, right? You could feel confident about your business because you now have your skills set down in stone. You've got your packaging, you've got your website up. You feel confident about your business. You could find answers whenever you wanted because you've now got a support and a network. And basically, you're a marketing guru. And you're making lots of money because you are a marketing guru. You've learned marketing. And like I said, I don't know if I even said this, but I didn't know marketing when I first started, but I soon learned that I had to learn it because marketing is a very important part of your business. And don't be scared about marketing. You don't have to know how to write. You don't have to know how to even count. I hope you know how to count. But it's not about not knowing how to do it because you can learn how to do it. And you've got us to help you out, and we can help you have a successful virtual assistant business. And when I say us, I'm talking about the Virtual Assistant Networking Association. That's us, guys. And we've got training there that can help you, whether it's just getting started and you just need the community. We've got the Vanna community you could join, and it will give you a community where you can go in, ask questions daily. There's like 150,000 posts in there or something. It's a community where you can trust that the people in there are giving you the truths and answering your questions. So you can get started there for as low as $8 a month. Now, if you want to step things up a bit and learn how to get clients, we've got a program called our Get Clients Club where you can learn how to get clients. And in that club, everything revolves around getting clients, getting fully booked solid. We've got a job board. We've got a directory where you can put your business listing in. We've got a core training series, which is over 15 hours of training for you on specifically how to find clients. Okay, that's what it's all about. So if you've already been set up for a while and you're looking for clients, this one's for you. And if you're just starting out, I encourage you to look at our virtual assistant career system because it includes all of these. It includes all of these, plus you're getting the roadmap, the instruction, all the videos on how to get started right from the very beginning of setting up your office to the end of putting your website together and scaling your business. And plus you get me coaching with you on the sidelines too. So you've always got someone to help you with. And there's no excuse. Go check out our training. It's at vanetworking.com/training. No matter what your budget is at, no matter what level you are at in your business, we've got something for you. We've got lots of testimonials. We've been doing this for over 20 years, and I can help you. I just wanted to make you aware of what we've got at Virtual Assistant Networking Association because we're here to help coach you, train you, and get you making some money with your VA business.